10 minutes. Music was great in this, and I loved the use of like the green screen that they did. Animation was perfect. It was playful. It was lovely. It was lovely getting the song was really nice. I think that all of the actors did wonderfully in this. The kids were great. The teacher was great. Really, really well done. Yeah, this was so pleasant to watch.
10 minutes more. The animation here is so cute, and the piece is really well scored. I have to say, the music was something that really resonated with me. It reminded me, as I'm sure it reminds so many viewers, of those times when your parents or loved ones or guardians were late to pick you up, and how personal, a child can take that. And when you put yourselves in their shoes, you can certainly understand why, regardless of however good reason, one may have for being late. It is something that strikes us as personal. So I love that it really took us into the perspective of the child in that and allowed us to empathize with her while also still being silly and fun and whimsical. It's really beautiful.
10 minutes more. Really enjoyed this short. Right away, the music set the tone of kind of a lighter feel, with the children and the colors. I really liked the set design with the different colors placed throughout. Just felt like a nice light tone. And like I said, the set design, the colors, the actress was really cute, and the little kid actor as well. But the lead actress really kind of sucked me into the story, and her expressions were really well done. So great job with that. And the animation was super cute. And really great voice acting for the person who was the actor for the animated character. And I love the song talked about using your imagination, and how the difference between what the parent's intention is and how it's really affecting the child. It's just interesting to see, when you're bored and you're waiting for your parent, how many feelings that child is having, and then they start using their imagination, and rather, also feeling sort of neglected in a way, but then the parent comes in and is, trying to sort of fix all that and resolve it. It's just an interesting concept, and I don't think, it stands on its own, but it would be interesting to see sort of a series of things like this. I really liked it. So well done, and it was a lot. And actually, your short was just under 10 minutes, I think, so that's kind of funny. But I think the length was perfect, and I think there was an opportunity to kind of do too much with this, and I think you did just enough. And I think the little character and all of it was just so well put together. So really well done, and I think you'll do great with this. So good job.
This film, 10 Minutes More, is about a little girl at school waiting for her mom to pick her up, but the mom is late. During the waiting, her drawings kind of come to life, and she's talking to the little drawing that she names, and she comes up with these really cool songs and finds ways to entertain herself. And I mean, she's playing with the drawings, but really she's playing with herself, which I think is a really cool way to explore children's imaginations. I think this was a really great film to showcase that, and they really are able to conjure so many possibilities, and they can create such beautiful drawings and ideas. And I love the uniqueness of having a film like this centered around children. I love the style of this film and combining animation and real life film. I think it was really well made and a fun thing to watch.
10 Minutes More is about a young little girl who is waiting after hours for her. Her parents are late for picking her up, and her caretaker just says, just wait about 10 minutes more. And during this time, she sits with herself at the art table. She's coloring, she's drawing, she's living in her imaginary world. And we can see her work through, navigating these frustrations that she's feeling neglected and forgotten by her parents. So very much so that she creates an imaginary friend, and this imaginary friend, this dragon, comes to life. And she, in a sense, is taking out her frustrations on this dragon, and this dragon, sort of brings her on this journey to not be hurtful, so to speak, and to kind of navigate, maybe, how do I communicate how I'm feeling to my parents? How can this be executed? And a lot of the times, when kids are this age, art therapy is a big known to sort of see how children are managing to express things. And so you sort of get to see this dynamic, but in such a way that it's almost therapeutic for the child to be drawing and going through these feelings of frustration. And in the end, we get to see that, maybe it's a single mother personally just trying to make all the things happen and pick up her daughter for work, but after work, and the child doesn't necessarily know that either, because we get to see this viewpoint from the mother of her being very proud of her daughter's work. She's like, oh, this is beautiful, like, what's the dragon's name? She's asking these engaging questions. So it doesn't really necessarily point that there is nothing bigger to be suspicious about, but maybe it's an understanding that the young girl is still having to learn.